Hello there. Good night to you all. So, I now return with the review for episode 5 of Suisei. No, Gargantia. Home coffee, the best. So, well, this episode, well, we could say that it's not too relevant in terms of plot story. Mainly, this is kinda a beach episode. Yes, are no beaches in the world where Ledo is, but he on he uses Lido to kind of lower a boat and to make some seawater come in, and so kind of make a artificial beach. So the concretely this episode starts with Lido again sinking to himself, making another flute, and he's kind of thinking what he can do or what work he can have, uh, because he is unable to perform any work, concrete work, and then he is asking Chamber if Chamber did found some suited work for him to do, and Chamber says no. According to my database, I cannot find it, and so on. So then we see Amy came in and hands Lido envelope of money. Basically, it's the payment for the work that Chamber is doing at the docks, and she offers herself to help Lido search for some work. So they go to several places. They did not found anything for Lido, and he is becoming quite depressed. Then Amy says to him that he needs to go. She needs to go because she is other delivers to do, and Lido says that I will still can I will go looking or continue looking for a job. Then we have a great scene with a guy with cows. That surprised me. How can cows live in an artificial environment? That kind of surprised me. But well, in any case, um, then the farmer guy leads Lido to a barn full of manure, and the guy sleep goes off saying that I cannot do it, and so on, and well, and then he continues to wander in the fleet, and then he founds the blonde guy that appeared in the first episodes called Pinion. And but before that, we see that the fleet stops, and Little is kind of wondering about what happened. Then Amy came out and kind of explains to him that from time to time the fleet stops to have some manutention jobs, repairs, something like that. And when the wind stops, the fleet usually kind of stops for a while, and then this guy Pinion comes in with a big knack of meat, and invites Lido to and Amy to go to with him to go to kind of barbecue. And well, they go, they help him carrying the umbrellas, the chairs, and so on. At the same time, there is also Barrow, the sick younger brother of Amy, also goes in this trip, but he stays under the umbrella to not grab the sun. So then even that old man, the doctor, Oldman, came out, and gradually several characters pop up at the party of this guy Pinion. The uh, the the second in command of the fleet appear. The girl that makes salvages underwater also appears, and other persons disappear. And but when they are going to make the barbecue, the grill kinda does not work. So this guy Pinion asks Chamber, that also is present, to kinda cook the meat. Then Chamber disintegrates the meat. And then this guy Pinion kinda asks Lido to go, and we find out at the end that the guy asks Lido to go search for barbecue sauce, apparently. And Lido goes it, and at the same time he uses Chamber to cook the meat with the sun, because Chamber is black, so black and sun, the degree of heat is higher. So Lido also goes trying to find the barbecue sauce, and then he kind of lands in or goes to a place where I don't know. I don't know if they are girls, men, these guys as girls, transsexual, something like that. A bunch of them. And when they see Lido, they kinda found him cute and so on, and then they go persecute him. And the guy is running. At the same time, the second in command of the fleet asks Amy and her friends to go to a tower because the water is not flowing or something like that. And when they are going to make that happen, Amy saves Lido from the guys, girls, transsexual, whatever. Um, and then she kinda and her friends do what the vice captain asked it. The vice captain Bridget, I think, asked, and then we kinda see a big fountain from one of the structures that we have already saw on the last episode. One big tower at the center of a garden or something like that. Um, and basically this is kinda monumental fountain, and then they make the connection with the pipes and so on, and then water comes from all the sides. So then Amy kinda drops Lido at the place that Pinion asked. He goes and he kinda talks with the old guy, and they bring a box. Then he also apparently needs to pass through the area of that boys, girls, or transsexual. And finally, just at the end of the episode, he finally arrives at the spot where they are having the barbecue, and a lot of people have gathered, and his clothes are torn out, and it's fun, it's a comedy. And then he hands over the box, and it's a bottle of barbecue sauce. And then they start to eat the meat and so on. And then Amy, in the end, reveals that this is a party to kinda help the spirit of Lido lift up because he was quite depressing, and because the blonde guy Pinion learned that he was depressed because he was unable to find a job. So he kinda threw a party at him to help him out. The most important part of this episode, yes, we have quite not much, but we have some fan service with Bridget, with the girl that goes underwater to make salvages, with Amy and her two friends, and so on, because we see the girls in bikini and so on. Well, a little of fan service to all the followers of the series. And the most important part of this episode is exactly this, that Amy tells to Lido that this guy Pinion kinda decided to throw a party to kinda cheer up Lido. So this kinda shows character development, not exactly on the part of Lido, but his interaction with other members of the fleet, or his integration on the fleet is going well. So the most important part of this episode is that they finally, the fleet, kinda accepted Lido and as a member of their big family, in, let's say, in that way. This also proves that the work that Lido tries to do, learning the language, interacting with people, and so on, also bears fruits. And he already has some friends, and this is good for his character that was lonely and completely out of his natural environment, and so on. So this episode is very important because of this part, because at the end all the members of the fleet, or persons that Lido contacts day to day, kinda wanted him to cheer him out, and for him to have fun. So this is very interesting because shows that he is slowly become part of the fleet, and this is very interesting, and eventually I guess it will affect his own character, and perhaps it could bring him memories that he has already forgotten, or something like that. Well, but this is my review for Suisei no Gargantia episode 5, or Gargantia of the Murderous Planet. So, hope you enjoy, stay well, peace, see you soon.